Second Baptist Church has been on a next generation campaign for 195 years of our life, a campaign for faith, for families, and for our future. We were started as a Sunday school movement. Our two founders were both in their early 20s when they started in the 18 teens, the very first Sunday school in all of the greater Richmond area. And when that became controversial, they simply left the Richmond Baptist Church, had started Second Baptist in 1820, 16 young adults, the oldest of whom was only 30. We started as a next generation's congregation. Within a couple of decades of our beginning, we started two other Sunday schools in the greater Richmond area as outreach ministries. Our Sunday school has been a model in the past for the whole Southern Baptist Convention on how to reach and teach children. In our third building downtown next to the Jefferson Hotel, 1927, we built an entirely new education building for the sake of next generations so that our Sunday school would have superior space and our children and young people and all of our ages would be able to be taught in excellent opportunities. Really, the reason for relocating from down there on Franklin next to the Jefferson out here to the corner of River and Gaskins had all to do with our Next Generations campaign in that day. We had really gotten down to where we only had a few children, a few young people, a few young families because that neighborhood had deteriorated so. So we made the extraordinary, bold movement to leave downtown and come out here and restart. And so we did. And we have had since being here 6 different building programs, all for the sake of the next generations. And now we come on the very verge of a 7th, particularly targeting preschoolers and children. Missions is so much a part of the life of our church. We really started as a product of the Great Awakening and all of its missions fervor. Our church early on helped to support the mission school in Burma for young Burmese young ladies that was started by Ann and Adoniram Judson. We were instrumental in the starting of what has now come to be known as the University of Richmond as a school to teach young ministerial men. We started, our founders, before the Sunday school was started, they were teaching African Americans, slave and free. And after our founding, we continued that tradition of teaching African Americans. We started a school in our basement for the indigent children of Richmond and had it until the city of Richmond began to offer free schools. We have fed and clothed children and young families from our very beginning and still do it regularly out of our facility here. We started a Boy Scout troop back many years ago to minister to an underserved area of Richmond. We continue to have another Boy Scout troop that meets here and is an exceptional expression of our mission of our Next Generations campaign. We started several decades ago our Creative Learning Center, which is our weekday preschool ministry, and it's a fabulous mission ministry of outreach to our community. Every time we have a mission trip, which we've been doing for many years, it almost always involves ministry to children. 13 of our 21 pastors were called when they were either in their 20s or 30s, and youth ministry has always been a part of who we are. Indeed, Second Baptist Church is not just starting a Next Generations campaign. We are continuing with this campaign what we have been about for 195 years.